China, a nation quickly setting the global standard for economic growth and development. One of the primary ways China hopes to support this economic growth is through a rigorous education system designed to identify high-performing students. The entire system is formulated around preparing students for two crucial entrance examinations, one to enter high school and one to enter college. The latter is known as the Gaokao and determines not only the quality of the university they can attend, but also whether they can attend at all. Because China's population is so large, there is only room for 50% of the students who take the Gaokao to enter university. Pressure to perform well in these exams comes from all sides: parents, instructors, and society as a whole. We created this video to demonstrate how this pressure affects the lives students lead as individuals. Because there is so much pressure to perform well in these exams, students spend the majority of their free time on academic activities.
We have a 中考 between, that's an entrance exam between junior high and high school, and it is very tense, tense enough that most students think that all 3 years of junior high is just for one exam. It goes on for 3 days. That's 3 years to 3 days. And after high school, you get a Gaokao, which is even more tense because it decides whether or not you can go to a high school, a college, or whether it's a good one or a bad one.
I heard, like my son's school, only 15% of the student can do this kind of activity, such as radio club, environmental protection club, or sport club, this sort of thing. They just simply don't have enough time.
Their rigorous schedule limits their ability to socialize in large groups and spend time with their friends.
How much time do you spend with friends during the week?
About 4 hours.
Would you like to spend more time with your friends?
Yeah, but I have a lot of homework, so I have much more time.
How much time you get to spend out of class?
I think, of course, our study, so we have to study hard.
Further pressure from their parents prevents many students from feeling they can pursue their interests.
Because students really want to spend more time with their friends. So after they finish school, after the school is finished, they always try their best to stay longer with their friends. It's actually, we always like some parents that are calling the school, call the teachers, oh, where's my children, where's my kids, because they may went out with a friend. So there's a war, kind of conflict between parents and the kids. So kids want to stay longer outside, but parents want they go home as soon as possible, so they will have longer time to spend on the homework.
Chinese parents, they do expect a lot from their children. They want to, sometimes they would like to force their children to do what they want them to do, and so that children may bear some pressure in this way.
Although Chinese students have the choice to engage in individual pursuits, if they don't ultimately conform to the system by focusing on schooling, they risk their ability to move forward in conventional society.
Pretty much there's no one forcing you specifically to sleep late, to get up early, to do what you're doing right now, but you pretty much have to.
It's not until students reach university that they're able to organize their schedules freely around their own hobbies and desires. However, this is the first time these students have the responsibility of managing their after-class schedules, so many students choose to spend their free time in internet cafes.
When most students, when they enter the college, they just kind of gave up. So the fun time, right? I suffered and tortured for such a long time. I really finally have the chance to have the freedom. So you will see around all the universities, there are many like internet cafes. Inside those internet cafes, most people they are not using internet. They are playing with the internet, right? Play video games. It's so popular, like all the kind of online games in China are too popular. Actually, most students obsessed with like online games. They spend 12 or 14 hours, right? In like internet cafe, like doing nothing, only playing video games.
There is such a concentration of work in the middle and high school years compared to more relaxed university years that students can have difficulty reconciling these two lifestyles. Despite the strain that Chinese schooling places on students before university, there are many positive aspects of this system.
This system, although it gets rid of people who are not that eager to study, it gives a lot of people a chance to change their lives. If you come from a poor family or something, as long as you want to work hard, you can get good grades, you can go to good schools, this system can change your future.
This meritocracy makes it possible for all students, regardless of background, to succeed in this system based on their own labors, and it provides a strong foundation of knowledge. The observations we have made over the last 4 weeks have left us with questions about the future of Chinese students and their role in society. What do students sacrifice to succeed in modern Chinese society? What will Chinese society look like in the future when it is made up of students who grew up with such a rigidly structured childhood? Are the 4 years in college sufficient time for students to develop personal interests? The Chinese education system clearly has its benefits. However, like all methodologies, it can be continually improved to suit individual students' needs. These changes, if adopted, would be approached, as Miss Liu remarked, as the Chinese have always addressed change, gradually.